Howdy everybody, and welcome back to part 2 of Stinky versus Mother Nature. We're going to continue where we left off with me and Stinky out mowing the weeds along the roadside, the fence line, and in one of the fields so we can get to the weeds that need to be sprayed, i.e. some Canadian thistle, and get that sprayed. So stay tuned, got some tractor action coming up. Looks like we need to get some water on these red delicious apple trees. I've already got apples coming. There's another one right there. There's even some apples on the Fuji trees. We even need to get some water over here to these velvet roses that are here in the little area where the apple trees are. One of the other things I have absolutely got to do is water this lawn. This out here is the show area where we've had shows and whatnot. This ground in the last week has gone bone dry. So you can see a garden hose running out here. It runs clear over to there. There's a little lawn watering tractor sitting over there. And if you follow the hose over here, right over there, there's a riser with a hydrant next to it. And that hydrant's plumbed into the pump out at the irrigation pond. So we're going to kick that on and get this thing to be watered over here. Before we get too crazy with any of our activities for the rest of the day today, I got to go up and check my irrigation water. I've only got that one sprinkler running, but I see that it's dropping already in the pond water level. So we're going to go up here and check the gate. Yep, just as I feared. No water running again. Chances are grasses have made it through that screen because the holes are so large. There's some hung up over there on that corner. So what I'm going to do is something new, and I'm going to open that to flush that out. So let's get to trying that and see if it works. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set that milk crate down in there so any of the water coming through from that gate in the culvert here, if there's any trash in there, hopefully it'll get hung up in that basket. Guess what was plugging my gate? Yeah. Little crayfish. Yeah, so anyway, I'll dump them out, let them continue to live, and I'll turn my water back on. I like that idea of that basket catching whatever comes through that gate in the water, but I need to suspend that crate up off the bottom of the riser assembly because the water hits the bottom of the riser and then blasts back up, and anything that's caught in that crate is going to get blown up out of it. So yeah, we need to come up with some way to suspend that so I can set it in there, open that gate to flush it out like today with get rid of the little crayfish or crawdads or freshwater lobster, whatever you want to call them, and get stuff like that out of that gate. So yeah, I think we're going to engineer something, but that'll be at a future date. Despite the water level being a little bit low in the duck pond this afternoon, I've got water coming down again. We got the crayfish out of the gate, so that's not much of a worry. Something else I've done today is set up these tripod sprinklers. This one's watering Skylar's onions that are right there that he still hasn't come and dug up. Plus a little bit of the south side, or actually, sorry, the north side of the pond. It is watering the south side. The robin's nest that was in there is empty. Don't know where all the robins went to. Hopefully all is well with them. And we're going to water this down here even with that sprinkler. And it's probably a good thing I'm doing it too, because that little quakey tree right there isn't looking so good. I've got one there that isn't doing so well, and one over on the other side of the pump shed there that's not doing so well. I think there's something in the ground that they aren't liking. I think what has happened, especially for the two outside quakies, is I had been dumping the clinkers and ash from the old coal-fired furnace near where those trees are planted. and that has a sulfuric acid mess in it. And I'm thinking that's what's attacking those trees and killing them. So hopefully with a lot of water this year, maybe they'll come out of it. Now that sprinkler right there is not only watering the backyard, but it is watering most all of the apple tree orchard area here. There's those red velvet roses. Plus, we are getting water on me and the two delicious trees and the two Fuji's apple trees, plus that sour apple cherry. Sorry, it is sour cherry. The sour apple was a green slushy thing I had up at the gas station today with my lunch. If the birds don't get to those cherries, they make a pretty good pie cherry. I'm not so interested in it for the pie, but so much more for the shade. Yeah, that's a nice shaped tree, and we're gonna leave it there. I've actually decided to start mowing this from the bottom end of the field, figuring I can get more done before Stinky might get stuck. So yeah, we're gonna chug along down here at the bottom end, heading south to the top end of the field. And what I'm doing is I'm looking for that left front tire to start getting moist, and when it does, I know I've hit the water in the ditch that I'm trying not to fall into right along here. Plus I'm also not trying to hit the dadgum fence, which isn't too easy because of all the dirt piled up from digging that ditch with the plow. So yeah, it's a little bit of a challenge. So I'm gonna stuff you in my pocket for a minute and pay attention to what I'm doing. Well, as luck would have it, I managed to make it through both directions just fine. So yeah, we're heading back down to the north end now, cutting about half a swath as we go. And yeah, I think we're gonna call it good for this end right now, and we'll do the rest with the riding lawnmower, because I've got some little tree starts around here. Oh, yeah, I know, it's a little bit rough. So anyway, we'll get on over into the big field. Well, I'm out in the garden plot. The sun is set. It's a pretty orange sunset tonight, and I've still got some mowing to do yet. So yeah, let me show you what I'm up to. All of that right in here and clear over to there, and all of that great big pile there is nothing. Well, and then there's some up here. That's all Canadian thistle, and I'm right in the middle of the garden plot. I hope you all have enjoyed this little two-part video of some of the stuff I've been doing with Stinky and some of the other stuff around the farm. So that's going to wrap this two-parter up. So anyway, appreciate you watching. Thank you for all of your comments, your suggestions and whatnot. And thank you to all the new subscribers out there. It means a heck of a lot to me. We're trying to hit 400 subscribers by the end of June. And that's only a few days away, and I'm at 378 or something like that. So got a few to go. Anyway, as always, don't forget, right down there, that red thing says subscribe on it. Please click on that. And if you want to get notified, click on the little bell thing right next door to it, and click on the word all that pops up, and you get notified every time there's a new one of our videos out. Anyway, I'm a one-man show here at the farm, so thanks for watching, and I'm Farmer Dave, and we'll catch up with you later. Bye-bye now.